AI enthusiasts. This is an update about 1 week later from demonstrating the beta version. I can confidently say this is version 1 of my integrated Google Chat with OpenAI solution. It's incredibly flexible, very affordable, and I would like to demonstrate it, but before I do that, I want to explain why I think this is a game changer. There are a lot of new AI services and products on the market. They are very difficult to customize. You can't really change the back-end prompt. The prompt is locked in. With this solution, you actually can grow your prompt structure, grow your commands, grow your specialization. That means that as you developed more AI fluency, you can start building things that work and share them with people in your organization, and you can add them very easily. I usually use math to test it because it's fast and the response is quick. Show your work, there you go. If you use ChatGPT, this is what we're using. This isn't some kind of bad derivative version. This is ChatGPT. I am using the mini Omni model, the 4 Omni, I believe. You can easily, from the message line, change models. I'm not going to demonstrate that right now, but it's really easy to change models, to not only change the model, but tell it how much output you want, because there are output rules, and you can change the temperature if you want. What's the temperature do? It decides how random the response is going to be. So if I'm writing parent letters like this, so I'm telling it I wanted to use the approved parent letter prompt. Stacy needs help in math. We recommend twice a week after school. What days work? Please call us. Now, what should happen is the person who's going to be a teacher probably is going to get a very nice letter, and they should copy this, put it in their email, and send it. And every teacher that does this is going to get a very nice letter. Let's say you're marketing. Well, this saves you a lot of time. If you're putting out social media and other things, you can create social media prompting. If you want to spend a little extra money, you also can add image generation. When we talk about adding customizations, here are some that I have developed for this demo. Working with data, for example, student database at a school, academic data, you often have student grades, comments, etc. Maybe you want a simple report every day that you can quickly check to see how students are doing and if there are students who are in trouble and what that looks like. So you can build a command that actually fires off an API call, pulls the data from your database, processes it, summarizes it. It's really cool. You can also have it set up so you've got a trigger that's time-based, so the data is updated and goes into some type of cache, and then you access the cache, which is what I normally do for speed. And in this case, it breaks down, kind of by subject where the problem areas are. And of course, you can include more data, but I have the prompt set up to anonymize this information so that I'm not bleeding information into the chat that shouldn't be there. So if I were to approve a user to use this prompt, to use this level of data access, and they wanted to share it with others, the goal is that there are certain types of data they can access and share with people who have less access than them, or you can go the other way and set it up so that you can have more detail for people who have more access. Another feature I like is the integrated web search. So by doing #web, I'm telling it I wanted to do a web search and summarize the data, and I want the links. I want links back so I can see where it got its information from. So I'm going to ask it to go out on the internet and retrieve some information about Tokyo Station. Now I have integrated again into this concept, into this prompt, some limitations so that I don't get too much information, because I don't want to overload the AI, and I really want just a nice structure with my top results when I have them. And let's say I want to do something similar but use Wikipedia instead, because Wikipedia does have the ability to use an AI with their API. It's pretty easy to do. And let's say I take one of the topics above. So maybe I take just the name Tokyo, famous landmark, and it's going to give me the result from Wikipedia. That's the first result. But let's say I want more information from Wikipedia. And if you've used Wikipedia before, you know that you can get a huge list of responses, and as you get closer to the bottom, sometimes they're not amazing. So I've added an extra parameter so I can demonstrate how that works. So I put in the topic, I'm looking for Tokyo Tower, but I also want 3 results instead of just 1. It should go out and find me 3 results in Wikipedia, the top 3 that come up, and it should return them. There we go. And again, you have your links, so you can source this. If you're using an AI tool in a business environment, education environment, anything that is professional, you're going to need sources as often as possible to support your work. So I've ensured that we get sources. Let's talk about document handling. I'm going to demonstrate document handling with a link. A lot of educators around the world have to write comments for students. Now, there's a huge debate about the ethics of writing comments, but as an example of what you can do, I wanted to take data from a spreadsheet and let me put this in here. Now, you can see this is student information. There's a subject, the term, the grade, and this is pros and cons. So that you pull the data into Google Workspace with an API call. It's very easy to do. So the comment writer is comments, and then you just give it the data. I don't need to prompt it. Why? Because I have connected it to the comment writing policy that the organization wants everyone to follow. And because of that, I'm going to get consistent comments. Now I can check them and correct them, but the goal is that 75 or 80% of the content is solid, and it's based on the pros and cons I put in. The cool thing is, because I'm in Google Workspace, the AI is actually going to generate the comments, and it's not going to send it back here. Instead, when it's all finished, it's going to write it back to a link. And then I can open that link and I have my comments back in spreadsheet format. And that's what I want. I want my comments back in a spreadsheet, just like this. So I want to be able to get my comments and see them in a sheet. So now I could take these and paste them in for the different students. So I would like 20 bullet points on this topic. There is a feature within Google to add documents with a plus sign. But what I've found is in different formats, for example, on mobile and web, adding documents that way is actually slightly different in terms of what the AI sees. And maybe I didn't mention, but Google Chat on your mobile device works with this AI bot. You don't need a separate chat app on your phone. You just need Google Chat installed. So there's also You could deploy something like this for any industry. You can customize features for users so that they're getting really high quality prompts and the regular and consistent output they need to do their work. Also, the AI functions as an automation tool. It's not just about using the AI to get answers, it actually can sit between you and your data, and it can clean up that data and report on it for you, skipping a lot of the middleware we would normally use. I built Sapphire into Google Chat because Google Chat has a lot of its own features that are great. For example, Sapphire can join a group chat and you can at Sapphire add the AI, and whenever you want to ask the AI a question in the group chat, you can do that. That means Sapphire is a team engine. It works individually and with teams. A good example would be financial analysis. If you want to automate and simplify financial analysis from your ERP system or your accounting system, that's probably only going to be accessible by a handful of people. They only need access to those prompts, so you could just make a version of your bot focused on the things that they need. As a CISSP, I built this with security in mind first. I did not build it and then say, how can we secure it? The reason it is in Google Workspace is Google Workspace has group level security, role-based security, organizational-based security, and you can identify people by their username and account. Sapphire works and does certain things based on all of those criteria, and it has all the other security built around it from within your organization. When you're using your Google Drive documents within Sapphire, whatever your document policy is within your Google Workspace is what is going to be followed. Your data is not going to OpenAI. This is stateless in terms of the AI. All of the data is within your Google Workspace. That means there's oversight. When you're comparing this to anything else, if you are logging into another system outside of Google, it is not as secure as using your Google Workspace. And everything that you're working with already has governance and reporting and other systems and oversight in place. That is the design, and that's why I designed it like this. If you're going into any other environment to use AI, your data is going into that environment. If you're uploading documents, those documents are going somewhere, being converted and fed to the AI. Are you getting the original documents back? Probably not. Can you verify they're deleted? You might be able to get a report, but can you verify it? No. So that's why this is a true game changer. This is a business-to-business tool, and it's easy to set up and implement, and it is incredibly powerful.